Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 3 of Let's Play Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. And in the last episode I said I was going to go off into the multiplayer options and do some skill level grinding. It's not sword art grinding, not really a thing in the game, but basically you do normal attacks and you can level up your sword art level and then learn new sword arts when you reach certain points on them. And I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense, but anyway. Well, that plan came a bit of a bust, mainly because I don't have half of the accessories and items that I would have wanted to do that at this point in the game, so I can't really fight enemies 20-30 levels above me and hit them. So I only managed to get up to 680 points, and not really any of the other stuff, like one-handed sword skill up to about 100 and something, well, 219.6 points. None of the rest really. And that was with using equipment which has got lots of extra accuracy on it. So yeah, we'll come back to trying to do that a little bit later. Another thing I was going to do was, when I realised that, I was going to do a little bit of grinding for items online. And on the online multiplayer you have sub-objectives which you can do, like level up an average of 16 times. That's like all the people in your party level up totals above 16 times. That can increase item drop rate by a lot, from like 30% up to 70%. Of course, to do that you need people to level up with, and at the moment I only have pretty much the starter group. Haven't done all of them, but I did a few. How you get more people you can join is you do these missions. The ones I said I weren't going to do because they get really tedious. I think you also get them just by running around and seeing people, but I suppose we'll see. Either way, I'm going to do one more, maybe 2 or 3. We'll see how it goes. We'll do one definite episode, and then depending on how far I get I may do more grinding. I honestly don't know. Usually my thing, I honestly don't know. Let's see what I do know. There's a room of beautiful farfield in the Selndy forest. That's the hollow area. Speak to Fleer in a hollow area, and beat the labyrinth on the 76th floor. So we can do that. This episode can be conquering the 76th floor. And I will take whoever I see with me first. Or not. That voice. Argo, you came to the 76th floor?
75層の扉が開いてから攻略組が帰ってこないだろ。これは何かあったなと思ったわけだよ。キーボーがなかなか一人にならないから会うのが遅くなっちゃったよ。
You don't really mind when the others are... Yeah, screwed up already. You don't really mind when the others are around either though, do you?
まあ、そうだけどな。
Besides, Argo, you know that once you reach this floor, the other floors are...
戻れないんだろ?
Right, I guess it's a bit late to ask, but if that's okay with you.
何? もともとこの世界から抜け出せないのは変わらない。だったら、俺っちも前に進むよ。
That's the spirit. Well, I'm glad to hear you'll keep collecting information for me.
そうだろ?
Otherwise I'd be completely in the dark. Alright, I have something for you right off the bat.
これはマップデータだよな。ありがたくいただくよ。お題は
I don't want any money for the maps. I've said that before, haven't I?
借りができるのはあんまり良くないんだけどな。特に キーボーからの借りは。
Don't think it is a debt to be repaid.
そっか。じゃあこれからもよろしくな。
You got it. Take care of yourself, Argo.
言われなくても大丈夫だよ。
You can find out lots and lots of really important and nice to know information. Oh, it's a message from Lizbeth. Let's see. I reopened my smithy and you're personally invited, so come on over. I have all sorts of things I want to try out. So, you've got yourself another shop. Guess I'll pay her a visit. Yeah, and as I was saying, if it's the first time playing the game, talk to Argo. She's like next to the entrance. In fact, I'll show you where. Yes, Liz has opened a smithy. I'll also show you where that is, because it took me a while to find out. There's little Yui. You can talk to her and escort her around. Here's Argo. That leads out to the 76th floor. But you can talk to Argo and get some really useful information. You got the first off secret info, game terms for beginners and experience. Look through them. It may take like half an hour to go through them all, maybe more, but there are some really useful bits of information in there.
Yo.
Accept quests. And this quest thing, you have like 3 quests per floor, usually. You usually have kill enemies one. And it goes through the whole annoying animation each time. So if you've done like 20 quests and decide to hand them all in at once, it's going to take you about an hour. And I really wish I was joking. You have a collect one, and these are usually really annoying because sometimes, like this one for instance, there'll be one spot which has the herbs, and you can collect from it once a day. So yeah, you usually have to run all the way back there to find it. Leave, do something else, or wait for a full day to pass. You can like rest at the inn twice for the 24 hours to go by, then go and get it again. It's just tediously annoying and fucking annoying. Fucking annoying. So much so that another one, I had a list of like 12 quests where I hadn't done them and had no intention of doing them. Just pick them up, otherwise he'll have the quest exclamation mark thing above his head, and that gets quite annoying. Like, it gets annoying to me. I see it out of the corner of my eye and I think, cool, I got a quest, when else one of those again. So you just fill your inventory up with useless quests. And yes, I was going to go into the smithy, wasn't I? That's not the smithy one. That's it. You can see by it's got little weapons there. That leads to the market. The other one leads to where the inn is.
Liz.
そうでしょ。新装開店、リズベット武具店へようこそ。
Yay! Hey Liz, how's business?
滑り出しにしてはまあまあね。
I'm glad you found somewhere you could open a new shop.
いい感じの店でしょ。ちょうどこの物件が残っていたのよ。前みたいな水車がないのは残念だけどね。思えばあのお店でキリトの片手養殖剣を作ったっけ。結局あれより強い剣は作れなかったわ。ダークリパルサー、暗闇を払うものだったわね。
Well, there's still plenty of darkness to battle in Ironclad, that's for sure. But I'm going to fight, and I'm going to win. I still owe you for making that sword for me, Liz.
何かっこいいセリフ言ってるのよ。そんなことを他の子に言ったらアスナに怒られるわよ。
Really? You think so? Now, to celebrate the opening of your new shop, do you think you could make me a sword?
私が作ってあげてもいいんだけど。
You suppose?
ただし、条件があるの。私のスキル上げに付き合ってほしいのよ。ほら、事件のせいで家事の上級スキルがなくなっちゃったって言ったじゃない。だからまた上げ直さなきゃいけないのよ。それがないと鍛冶屋としても半人前だし、それにギルドの剣も作れないし。
Yeah, I remember. Well, if you're okay with me being around, I'd be glad to help.
本当に？
Why are you acting so surprised? It was your idea.
ごめん。ギルド攻略もあるし、忙しいかなって思ってたから。
Well, I've got things to do for sure, but you're very important to me.
私のために？
Of course you are. You're going to be making me a sword after all.
ああ、そういう意味ね。まあ、とりあえずありがとうキリト。じゃあこれからは時々でいいからお店に寄ってもらえる？来てもらえたらその時スキル上げに付き合ってもらうから。
Sure thing. I'll drop by whenever I can.
無理して来なくてもいいからね。
I'll come here when I can. See you soon, Liz.
待ってるからね。
Things to do. In Trader's Way, you'll find stores selling weapons and armor, as well as useful items. Item selection will change as you progress. Constructing your party. Make friends with the players in town and you'll be able to invite them to join you. If they're in trouble, it's a good idea to help them out. If you see a player you recognise, press the circle button to speak to them and ask if they'd like to join your party. By initiating conversations with the players, yes, basically you can talk to them, and talk to them some more, and they'll get more like, and you can do more stuff with them. I'll probably show you. It's another one of those situations where it's easier to show you than tell. But first, we have Did I already read these, or? I genuinely cannot remember. Don't go getting yourself hurt now. About that request to help me out with leveling up. No pressure, just whenever you have time. I'll be honoured to have your help. Only if you have time though. You've got work to do out there. Oh yes I do. 25 floors. Oh god, 25 floors. Yeah, I left this area and then couldn't find where it was because I was expecting to find Liz standing outside of it or something, but it's not, it's just this. This is the entrance we came in. We start here. Liz's thing is directly on the first left. And if you come into this area from the other area, this way, it's straight down there, second right. But on the first right, you have two shops. You have a weapon shop and an armor shop. If it's the first time you're playing it and you don't want to use the DLC items, you may consider coming in here and buying gladiator stuff. It'll probably run you almost completely out of the money you have, but it's actually a fairly decent set compared to what you start with. Because if you remember, the first armor you had like 50 defense. It wasn't great. I'm tempted to like buy these and give them to the sub characters, but they are literally a shirt and a nightie. And the shirt is on the same vein of a nightie, so yes. sleepwear, basically.
いらっしゃい。
Yeah, skip through this, you don't need to know. That random chat every time, I'll explain it all. Probably much better than these guys will, so let's skip. Thank you for the carmine ore. Yep, skip. Useless information. And you have 3 options. You have restore. You use stones, not ore. When you attack enemies, they'll sometimes drop stones. They'll be like carmine stones, which you saw her give me ore. And you use 50 of the carmine or whatever variant stone to restore a weapon. What that does is restores the limit that the weapon has. It's a fairly random number, up to like 50 or something. That limit is how many times you can try crafting with it. So you try and upgrade, say, the Braveheart or the Light Photon Sword, whichever I've got on. It will become a +1. It will have slightly more damage and stuff, and it will have an individual statistic. Like Carmine Ore is strength, Adamantine Ore is vitality, and then so on and so forth. You would think that you could upgrade as many as you want, like you'd upgrade strength and it'll be a +1 Carmine Sword. Then after that you'd upgrade vitality and it would be a +2. No. Not at all. You can only upgrade 1 stat on a weapon. And you can upgrade it to a maximum of +15. And the success rate drops quite sharply. Say if level 1 was 100%, level 2 would be something like 80, level 3 would be 60, then 40, then 20. You can find items which increase like the rate by 100% and go beyond the 100%, so you can have much higher rates, much higher chances. They're usually gained online missions, quite hard missions and low drop rates, but they are useful to leveling weapons up. Not going to be doing that though. Very unlikely I'll be doing that. What I'll be doing for the weapons I'll be getting, well, there'll be 2 ways. There'll be one way where it's in the hollow area. You can like find this test area thing, and you can give it 50 ore. You'll fight a level 180 odd boss, and you'll get a weapon. And that weapon is usually around tier 5. Weapons have up to tier 6. There may be more, I don't know, I haven't got any higher than that. Considering when you go to craft a weapon like this, it's from rarity from tier 1 to 3. Put more stuff in, it will go from rarities to 3 to 6. I think that's like when you level her skills up and stuff. Because at the moment she's basically level 1, got no special stuff. You can only get up to level 3, and I'm scratching my back if you can hear that. Itchy shoulder. But you'll do missions, say I'll run out, clear the first boss, come back, then you can have these little skits that I've been having with them, and her particular quest line of them will have her increase her blacksmithing skill. I think I had it maxed on my other playthrough that I was doing on my other channel, and rarity got from a minimum rarity of 3 and a maximum of 6. I'm not sure if it goes above rarity 6. I've never seen any weapons that go above rarity 6. So, and I made a rarity 6 item using all of the items I got just for fun to see what happened, and it made a rarity 6 item with +15 on the stats. It was a very nice weapon, but of course I used massive amounts of items. What you would want to do, I would suspect, is you just use the ones you want. Say you have a weapon with if you wanted a weapon with agility, you'd put all your prism stones in, and you like farm them more and more and more, and all of the individual items as well, which also increases that individual stat. I think you'd have up to a maximum of 3, maybe 4 stats on a weapon. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. It's either way, it's best to like specialise in one individual stat, so you'll know that'll be the stat which will be on the weapon most. So I think it's kind of random between what stats you put on. Because I used all my items and I got like strength, vitality, dex, agility, accuracy, all of them up to about 40-50%. And I made it, and only 3 of the stats were on the weapon. It had an extra thing, like I think it did more damage to monsters or something. And I'm not being very clear, but I don't really have the stuff to make one and show you yet. That is, I'm supposing, a good way to make some of the more powerful weapons, like ones which have 1,000 damage per hit, and so on and so forth. Not really all that important, I've found out. What is usually more important are the sword skills. Sword skills, in fact I can show you that now. Getting off topic, because I'm probably talking about something about the forging. I've completely forgotten what it is, but yeah, anyway. Sword skills. I was already on the sword skill one. The damage you do on sword skills is based on the different stats. So like that one is my strength plus 70%. Or that's like the damage of the thing plus 70% of my strength. Not sure exactly how it's calculated, but I just know having that stat makes the thing do more damage. You can also equip like your belts and your cape, your rings and your little charm, so they better affect that. So you can have multiple different effects. So you can have this, so you could put it with all your items which have agility bonuses. This, you could put it with all dex. And because of how it's set up, once the skill's been used, you can do that. It will like change back to the gear setup you had before it. So you can basically maximise your stuff without having to continually change your equipment. It's quite useful, nice little thing. And again, I genuinely have forgot what else I was going to talk about. I'm sure I was rabbiting on about one thing in this crafting.
Lizbeths?
Talking about gems. Yep. Request forging. Enhancement. What I may end up doing is like... Where is it? I haven't got enough river stones for it, but I'll be... the weapons I'll be using, I'll be increasing accuracy a lot. I'm really annoyed now. I've genuinely forgotten what it was I was talking about. I've gone. I've moved from one topic to another, to another, to another, and forgot the original 4 topics. Topics. They're a chocolate bar, if you didn't know. Candy bar. Do you have topics in America, or wherever you're from? Anyway, yeah, that's completely, because I've completely blanked on all that stuff. Let's just go do something else. Silica, you can come with me. That's not Silica, that's Pina. Form a party. And that is how you form a party. Simple. Just go up to them, talk to them, and they form a party. It's nice to use Silica because Pina, her little pet, is it a feather dragon or is it a... I think it's a feather dragon. It might be something else. It can heal you as well. The heal isn't particularly powerful at the moment. Later on you get quests which allow you to increase how much it heals and stuff, and get more skills. While I'm here, I'll show you... I missed. Talk to Pina rather than... There we go. This is basically the talking. You have 2 options. You have R1 or X. Talking in different areas, increase... Oh, she has different things and different responses will earn you the that. I've found that the fountain one, all the right answers are R1, so it's a fairly good place to get this leveled up. And as far as I've found out, affection is good for about 1 real thing. get a mood up to 1. You can hold a hand. See if we can show you that. Hold hands. You can pick her up, and I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, you can if I were to get it to pick her up here and I try and walk her around, people would see her and she'd get embarrassed and she'd go back to mood 1 or mood 0. What it is you get mood up to max, you go to your room, pick her up and put her on your bed. Yeah, I'm aware she looked like 12. It's something you do to get another one of them cutscene skit things with all the characters. And no, I haven't done that, I haven't got that far. So, no idea what they're about. Get ready for adventure. Yes, you can go to the hollow area, or you can go to the things that Aincrad. Another thing I'll be showing myself, because the tutorials in this game suck. I will admit, they do kind of suck. You can go straight to the hollow area, or you can go to the teleport gate. You can also send items to storage. The teleport gate, most of the floors will appear like this. You can go to the teleport gate, you can go to the inn. These are DLC dungeons, I believe. You can visit town. You can use the teleport gate. Got nowhere to teleport to. Usually you can teleport gate and you can teleport different areas outside. Here you can just visit town, which is a bit of a shame. You would think you'd be able to teleport straight outside of town. Doesn't matter, and I am aware I'm rabbiting bullshit again. I do it a lot. Either way, let's run outside. That must be the 76th floor labyrinth. I guess I'll start by heading there. Aim for the 100th floor. Yes, and the more really bad tutorials. And that would have probably took about 7 minutes. Let's quick it. That's quest. Guild menu. You have strength. Depends on people's level. You have level and equipment. You can worry about that, or they can get decent equipment themselves. You have recommended strength for the that particular floor. You have the boss. You have the quests. When you do the quests, like slay the NM Crimson Spider, which is a named monster, you learn a little bit about what the boss does. It might be something simple like you can evade its special attack by stunning it, or by using a particular skill, or it could be something like it uses sword arts with its right arm, so you could disable its right arm and stuff. Once we've found the boss room, that will appear. It will appear what the enemy is, so on and so forth. There's usually a gather type quest, or a kill enemy type quest for the Girl's Wish. That's a gather one. And you can see one of the objectives apparently is already completed. Beam attacks can be sealed by destroying its eye. You have the main players, which is basically those in your party. You have the strongest guilds, which at the moment are Grateful Dead and Furin Kazan. Why Knights of Blood Oath is not there, I don't know. Huh. That, as soon as level 105, the level of the guild is usually amounted to whoever is the strongest on it. Or it might be the entire guild. Doesn't matter. That just shows who will appear when you fight the main the floor boss. The two biggest guilds there. And that means there's 3 people in Furin Kazan, so there'll be 3 extra people, I think. And the same on Grateful Dead, there's only 2 people in Grateful Dead, so there'll only be 2 people fighting there? No, there'll be 4 people in Furin Kazan, because it's got Klein plus 3 more, I think. I've never actually stopped to look at how many people are actually fighting with me in the boss rooms, because I've been too busy wailing on the bosses. You have manpower, that's like the amount of people. That hasn't ever increased. And I'm pretty sure I've had more than 109 people on my friends list, so... Knows what happens there. Elites are people above level 100, I think. It may be something like that. It'll get to a point quite quickly where everybody is blue, is like elite class. People who die in the boss battle are dead, and people excluded are people too low level, I'm expecting. I don't plan on any of them being too low level, because I plan on going and leveling them all up on multiplayer, because it's just so much faster than leveling them up anywhere else. Let's do this mission with her and get it done so you can see what they're like and why I find them ridiculously boring. Because like I said, you find like 4 of them per lamin floor, and not always on the same floor. Say you've got 10 floors unlocked, you'll get ones for one floor, another one for another floor, another one for another floor, and so on and so forth. It gets annoying. Hello Kirito, good to see you. I know it's a bit sudden, but I was wondering if I could ask you a favour. I know you've got what it takes to help us. We're fighting against enemies in this area, but they're a bit tough for our party's level right now. Yeah, literally they ask you to come fight with them until they level up once. These guys are level 78. The enemies are level 74, so they shouldn't really have any problem with it. You would expect the enemies to be like level 90 or something. Let's make this go a little faster. When you fight an enemy, anybody else fighting it automatically gets ended into your party, so I can equip those 2 EXP things. One increases the amount you get, and the one with the PT next to it like shunts all the experience you would get onto your party. So you gain no experience, but your party does. And it's quite a big shunt. I mean, I'm going to be having 2 sets of gear in this game eventually. I'll be having... Didn't want to talk to you, sorry. I'll be having one with item drops. I'll be having one with experience boosts. It's one of the almost... You can consider it cheating aspects of having dual wield, but you can get weapons which have like plus 24, which is like 24% I believe drop rate, so they'll increase the drop rate to by 24 more. But he has 2 weapons and you can have 2 of them, so you can increase item drop rate by like 40-50% rather than just 25. You can also have items which increase drop rate, so you can increase drop rate quite high. Everybody leveled up but Kikoa. Will you level up? Yes, you did. You're supposed to talk to me now. Yeah, you're gonna talk to me. Huh! Usually, the entire party will level up once. And then, or maybe it was Silica who leveled up and not both of her, all of her friends. There we go. It must have been Silica. Or just not all of them leveled up. That felt good, and our levels are higher too. The future might be bright for our party after all. Thanks for helping us out, Kirito. We felt safe knowing you were fighting at our side. I won't keep you any longer, though thanks for everything. Good luck, Kirito. Some characters, like Kikoa for instance, actually has, well, most of them you can take along with you, but you don't have much in the way of like chat options with them. Kikoa is like fully fleshed out, like Silica and Asuna and all of the others. I don't know why. I really don't know why she's like completely fleshed out like all of the other characters. A cool thing, but yeah. I'm sure they meant something by it, but it escapes me. I may have even looked it up and figured out what it was, but I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, and to get the you usually get rewards for doing that. Where is she? Look, I've brought a load more people now because I've seen them out and about. Where is it? Those. Good goer. Thanks for the other day, and she gives you an item. We definitely feel more confident about facing enemies from now on. I hope you don't mind, but we're going to be knocking on your door each time we get in trouble, okay? Joke. It's not a joke. You get a lot of requests for help. A lot. And they give you potions. I have had in my other one, maximum potions you could have, and then once you've got a max of an item, they'll get sent to your storage. And I must have had like 200 potions in my storage for each kind. I just never use them. Mainly because the floors, apart from bosses and stuff, aren't really leveled appropriately. I mean, I could blast through this floor alone. It doesn't get any better. I was up to like the 87th floor, and I still could have taken it probably solo alone. With only a few enemies like mini bosses, which may have been semi-difficult. So, I don't think this is for PC. But if it was, you could guess people would have modded it to be more difficult. But then this is like a port of a port of a port. Because originally this game was Sword Art Online Infinity Moment. Then it was ported from PSP to PS Vita and became Hollow Fragment. Then it was ported to PS4 and became Hollow Fragment or Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. Each one like added content to it and stuff, so you could consider this to be like Sword Art Online Infinity Moment with 4 expansions. It's pretty cool. There is actually the game costs like $15, $20. Can't remember exactly. About £12 when I got it. Ages ago, it may be cheaper now. I don't think you can get it in a hard copy through stores for PS4. But either way, the amount of content in the game surprised the hell out of me. I mean, I played it for 70 hours. That was just like doing the missions and exploring the hollow area. That's 70 hours, and most of that was like story content. Sure, it's skit-based story content, but that's 70 hours. And I was like halfway through the hollow area and about halfway through the floors, so safely say I was halfway through the game. Sure, about 20 of those hours were spent online grinding, but still 50 hours. A lot of time. It's a big game. With a lot of stuff in it. Hey there. Huh? Did he really call his character Stud? It's almost as bad as Balls Deep 69. There's something wrong. Yeah, the cave up ahead seems to be the den of a bunch of lizard men. If you continue along, supposedly you'll run into hordes of them. If that was the only problem, it still might be doable, but... But what? Apparently, there's a strong lizardman in there too. If you don't beat him, you can't progress further, I hear. So, that's your situation. Well, I'm just collecting info from the people who have gone in there ahead already. I see. If you're planning on going in, you better brace yourself, man. Not really. Now then, to go right in, or to prep first? Prep, go prep. Leave this to the professionals. Your name is not Korvats. And my nose is snuffy again. Remember I said last episode? Or was it the first episode? I suffer from bloody sinusitis, so... yeah. It's not pleasant. I think we'll call this an episode. Even though I have rabbited... I've spent most of this entire episode rabbiting on about nothing. Talking about my annoyances with things, and yeah. I haven't put you off the game. It's really fun. The frame rate does suffer quite a lot in big areas. You can tell it's a port. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've found me mildly amusing. If not, let me know. I'll find that amusing. Either way, like, comment and subscribe. Please do follow me on Facebook and Twitter, which I should probably use more. And have a good night. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.